everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Storytime, presented to you by Awesome Stories. My name is Angel, and I'll be your host today. Today, we'll be reading I Sat Beside an Elephant by Keith L. Roman. Illustration by Summer Joy Clancy. There's nothing more boring than sitting on a bench alone waiting for a school bus. Minutes all turn into hours. Tick, 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 tick. And having a test to study for doesn't make the waiting any easier. For some children, and one little boy in particular, that long, tedious wait is anything but boring. Yes, there is always homework that is not quite finished and a big test waiting at school. But those last precious moments before the bus arrives are just meant for an adventure. No one knows who or what will turn up before the school bell rings. All right, guys, let's get into it. Every day, I wake up and get dressed for school. I pack a lunch of P&J, my notebooks and a ruler. Looking up the street, I see the bus stop, stark and bare. By the time I reach the bench, there's always someone there. I sat beside an elephant while waiting for the bus. The wind was blowing briskly across his mighty tusk. His breath was strong and powerful, a sweet, familiar smell. It was the kind of odor one recognizes well. He offered me a peanut. "No thanks." To him I said, "I wouldn't want to go to school with peanuts on my breath." I sat beside an elephant who sat beside a bee. The bee was buzzing so loudly, I was displeased. I noticed the bumblebee was wearing a small vest and pinned to it a lapel of some sort, some flowers on his chest. Buzz! Could you buzz more quietly? This book I have to read. Buzz! Careful to sniff my flowers, the bee then said to me. I couldn't. I've got to study. Plus flowers make me hachoo, sneeze. Buzz! Suit yourself, the bee replied. I only meant to share the fragrance of the flowers that filled the morning air. Look, I said, don't bother me. Stop being such a pest. When I get to school today, I have a test. The test is long and very hard, and I don't want to flunk. The elephant was balancing a peanut on his trunk. I couldn't help but be amazed while trying not to look. Couldn't you two please both behave? I've got to read this book. I sat beside an elephant who sat beside a bee, who sat beside a zebra and 5 small chimpanzees. Oh, come on, I said to them. Now, when did you arrive? Didn't you invite us when you closed your eyes? They were right. I knew it. I'd rested for a bit. Somehow, when my eyes were shut, they'd all slipped in to sit. It was really too much. I closed my book and stared. I'll never concentrate on school with peanuts in the air or chimp